Welcome everyone to the community call. We actually invested a lot of time in the individual priorities. We did a bit differently this time. We kind of like each one of us reviewed them, and we had a bunch of hot topics, as you can see. Quick note: we're changing the way the community calls are built. Small revamp. And jumping into last week. So first one, Philippe. Go ahead.
I just want to take the opportunity to highlight the links where you can see the feedback for Talent House #2 in Paris, and also kind of the learnings we had. But I think the feedback is kind of the more important, and you have there, what people think about Launch House, what's been helping real people, so kind of real stories and use cases of how Talent House is helpful. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time going through them, but they're interesting and quick to read.
I have a question. When will we have the videos and photos lined up?
Today. We already have the videos. Seeing Luminito was just uploading them and editing the last things, but we'll share them later today.
Yeah. Will we have like Talent House one pager? Like
Yes, we're also launching a bounty to do the Talent House website, to the Talent House community. Like a landing
that's
page.
Good. That's good. I was gonna say, well, if you're doing it to the Talent Protocol community, it might not be the best idea because of quality concerns. But if it's the Talent House, so it's a more specific niche, then I think it's a good idea. All right, next one. It was winning. So for the community, we did our first ever research sprint. So basically, a bunch of us, and you can check here, like the follow-ups is still getting done, but a bunch of us studied a bunch of things. And then we had our co-work get-together day, and we presented those things. So we look into Leech protocol, Galaxy protocol, Pedro, something like that. Project Galaxy, yeah. Lens protocol, and a bunch of other things. Okay, so it was soulbound tokens as well, like a bunch of other things, and it was very interesting to see that. We already discussed it in our hot topic session, how to improve the next one. Okay, we did it for the first time, so it was good. Please realize that while we're building this product and community, sometimes you lose this research mindset to become too focused on things, and it's good to have this diffuse learning process so that you just open to new ideas and new things and think about it from different point of view. So looking forward to the next one.
And just a note that we will publish a blog article with kind of the key findings and summary of that research.
We'll also mention it during the community call next week. All right, so Ruben, you last.
Yeah, so I finally got someone to work in the Signing LinkedIn API integration. So she worked with me in my past company. So I have great referrals from her. And yeah, it was great. She was able to do this small task. So we end up splitting this task into two. So in the beginning, we will just collect like first name, last name. Yeah, it's there, the email, profile picture, and the headline. And then I already did some investigation here, and it's possible to fetch the timeline from LinkedIn as well. So probably in the next task after this one, we can also work on that. So import past experience from people to the platform.
What about skills? Is it something we want to do, or
it's also possible to do? But yeah, then I need to speak again with Francisco just to be sure we want to include that as well. But it's possible. Yeah.
Keep in mind we are in touch with the LinkedIn research team. Not sure if that means anything. or it opens up any doors. But I know from my past experience with landing jobs that LinkedIn API was a bit of painful. You know, like they don't open that much to other apps. Okay. But I mean, if there's nothing better than trying it. Okay, so go ahead, try it. Know that we have that connection with LinkedIn.
Yeah, from what I saw, it's possible to sign in, fetch information, and also share posts in LinkedIn using the API.
Okay, sending it their way. Okay, interesting. One thing for you to keep in mind is LinkedIn lost a lawsuit. I think this was like 3 years ago. So they sued the company because they were basically taking information from people's profiles, public available information, and LinkedIn lost. So after that, you can scrape whatever the hell you want. Okay.
Yeah, but here we are not scraping. We're basically what we will do
I
is
know.
we will ask the person to connect to his account. So we are basically asking the user if he grants us access to their information on LinkedIn.
I know. But know also that you can scrape the whole thing, and
Okay.
it's okay. All right, on to metrics. Philippe.
So one thing, I added one section to the metrics section, which is those action points. So based on the metrics of this week, what do we decide? What will we do based on this? This week, not a kind of very big news. Kind of the numbers are pretty similar to last week. Still kind of down in terms of growth, which also translates into talent applications and new tokens. The engagement is still going up, of course, just slightly up this week, not the kind of the 75% of last week, but still a good sign. I think what's important here that I put in the action point is we already have a lot of ideas in that task with growth ideas. We just need to prioritize, plan, and execute them.
That's it. Starting with the referral race.
Yeah. The referral is already kind of
Awesome.
prioritized and planned, but the other ones should be too.
Lial.
This is more of a question about a particular metric because I don't remember what we had discussed at the time, but we are now tracking in our monthly metrics the number of users that are connected to our app that also have funds in their wallet, right? So my question was, I don't remember exactly why in particular we want this metric. Like, I know in general it's useful, but I'm asking this more because it's a metric that takes a long of time to retrieve. So for instance, since I kind of forgot about it and only started later in the morning today, it's still ongoing. And when we add Polygon, it's going to take twice as much time. Because
it's not in my view, a very important metric.
No. But my question is just that if we want, when we track it, so month by month, right?
Yeah.
If it's okay to essentially keep just the moment that the person connects to the wallet, right? And check in that moment if that person has funds or not.
Yes.
Okay, because that would be much easier because we only need to do it for new users.
Yes, that's enough. It's
okay. All right.
And I mean, maybe we don't need to track it forever. It would just like to understand where is like the friction point. It is for people to get CUSD, or do people actually have CUSD and they just don't want to invest it in talent?
Yeah.
All right. I think that's it for this week. See you next week again. Thank you.